I got some stories to tell y'all. I am so crunk. Hold on. You want this on your you don't have a clip on it yet. This right here. So I thought you were click on it later on, right?
It don't matter. I have one. Okay.
Do you? What is it?
I don't know about it.
No, on Facebook?
Yeah. I have a separate page.
And you know what the funniest thing about having this, the way I have it right here? It just replays over and over. I love it. You guys should actually like really download this for your like car when you're riding with your kids. When you're riding around, you're saying, dang, I just need a little motivation. You know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. You can't be at Twitter, right?
No, I text.
This right here?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm so excited. We have some big breaking news. And we have some, new developments. Tonight's going to be a night of discovery. I kind of like didn't do the whole thing I was going to do with my guest tonight because I was like, you know what? There's a lot going on, and this may be just something people need to talk about. Oh, you already got one thumbs down. Hater. I love it, man. You watching me and don't even know. Man, y'all, if you guys are not so excited about tonight, okay, I'm not going to play it one more time. Do you want to just share this a little bit or just wait to the end, this little bit?
It's up to you. I don't know. What's that?
It's the website.
Oh.
It's that you can look it up now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, yeah. Okay. Miss BB's so uninterested in what I'm talking about, so we'll just keep going forward. It is an exciting day in the news today, guys. This podcast is going to be off the freaking nizzle. And the reason why it's going to be off the nizzle is because things I've told you, things that have come to pass, things that are happening in a new time frame. And I'm still going to tell you what my friend told me. I can't tell you exactly how he told me. So what I'm going to do is tell you exactly the best way I know how, and I practiced it. So I can tell you exactly what I need to tell you without giving away his position and stuff like that. Today's a very exciting day in the dinar world. So much news. I saw on Twitter someone said today, actually, there was so much news on Twitter that they'd never seen this much news. I mean, seriously, and this came from someone in the game like 8 years, right? From Linkbear. She was like, hey, look, yo, I have not seen this much news. I was like, dang, for real? She was like, for real, B. I was like, dang. I was working on top secret squirrel stuff. I'm going to reveal later on. And I was working on the dinar chat stuff. You guys know that. I promised my admins I was going to give them a sneak preview as to what I knew about from my contact, and I didn't even get them to do it, so they're probably super angry at me. But, alas, I have to go ahead and say this. Do you want to go ahead and do your introduction, please?
I am April BB.
And if you didn't, I am the one and only Mr. Brando. and welcome to the status of the Iraqi Dinar IQD chat. Someone just said they couldn't access the live chats from before. All you got to do to access the old live chats is to go back to that chat that you're looking at, hit the live chat. It'll scroll back to the oldest message that it can print out, right? Wow. Where do you want to start? What do you want to start with? There's so much news to break with. Where do you want to start? Ms. BB, do you have any idea? No?
Mm-mm.
Don't care? Well, I'm going to start. Bruce is inaccurate. Okay, I'm not going to start with that. Okay, guys. I know you guys haven't seen the thumbnail, but super duper breaking news that absolutely no one in our land is talking about. I didn't know this, but Alak holds two positions in the minister positions. He holds the central bank position, and he also he has the secretary of the minister's position. The secretary of the minister's position is a big deal because it's the second highest ranking office for a Iraqi to be in finance in the government of Iraq. And Alak holds both of them, okay? And so I was like, whoa, what the heck is going on? My friend tweeted me out. I sent the picture to you guys. I showed the picture of Alak being replaced by a guy named, hold on, I'm going to pull this up for you real quick. Because this was huge news. Huge news. Because I told you guys this was going to happen several months ago. It happened. Hold on.
Al-Ghazi officially received the position of Secretary Council of Ministries from Al-Alaq.
So, I'm going to see if I can play it one more time.
As you know, Ras Al-Alaq is the Secretary of Iraqi Ministers Council, and also he is the CBI, head of CBI. Right now, Hamid Al-Ghazi, who is belong to the Sadrists, take his position in Ministers Council.
Wow. Okay, so Alak held two positions, one being CBI governor, one being the secretary. Now, the guy that took that position from him is the guy that we talked about before, Al-Assadi, and I posted up some information about him, or Ghazadi, I think it was. I posted up some information. A couple of your favorite YouTubers out there were kind of clowning me about it, talking about how could you know this, and that's bull, and you're not going to be able to know that. Well, guess what? I'm right here. And I was right. And my boy right there just got it right. And guess what? I'm also calling my shot right now. Alak probably will not be central governor at the end of Ramadan. I'm just telling you guys that right now. Spoiler alert. Okay. So you want to know what's going on in Iraq? That's what's going on in Iraq right now. Alak is under huge scrutiny and huge fire for what he did. People want his head. I told you I didn't like Sadr, but I like Sadr a whole bunch more than a lot of these other people out there. There's information out there. I told you guys about these things. So hold on here. We told you Monday they're going to announce that Monday. So let's see, where's Tuesday? Okay, the Shiites assure Washington that there's not going to be any, there's going to not be an anti-American prime minister ever. So I told you guys that all that rubbish that was raised about Sadr replacing Mahdi, I don't know. Mahdi may be able to replace who he wants. If he's replacing Alak, he just replaced him as secretary of the COM. He's getting ready to replace him as the governor of the CBI and leave him with no position. You feel me? And people have sat there and said, well, Mr. Brando, hold on. If Alak's not in position, that's going to hurt us. And you know what I told him? No. What did Sadr tell you guys? He wants the economic reforms right now. So I'm telling you, if he gets his guy out of there now, and he can't do it to the end of Ramadan, then he said he wants him now. It's going to be soon. You feel me? Okay? I can't say when, but soon. A lot sooner than it seems with Alak. Now, here's the real caveat to everything. Does Alak pull the trigger before he's fired and go down his infamy as CBI governor, even bigger than Shabibi. Think about it. Or does he tuck his tail and run? That's really the whole thought process behind today's whole podcast is money or no money, Alak versus the whole COM. He's been removed as the secretary of the commission. So now what's he going to do? Is he going to hold his spot? Is he going to play hardball? What's he going to do? Okay. The Saudis, I told you guys, are meeting the Iraqis in the first week of Ramadan. Are you not seeing all this tie together? Okay. Now, the Shia asserts there's not going to be a prime minister. I'm not really worried about that so much, but it's important to note. Amiri Alliance ridicules of Maliki and Hakeem. I told you guys, and I posted it on Mr. Brando YouTube on Twitter, that there was a big rift. I told you guys with Maliki and his boys, and so they're trying to get rid of them. They're trying to get rid of those guys right now, and it's evident, and it's very evident. His remarks came in response to a report published to British independent newspaper. So now look at it. If the proxy governor's gone, he's gone from the COM. You got Maliki in a position now where they're ridiculing him and Hakeem, so they hold no position. The DOJ just labeled the Iran Revolutionary Guard a terrorist group. Are you not seeing the pieces fall? I couldn't have written this any better. Now, a body paid salaries, that's not a big deal. Okay, now, there was an article on oilprice.com that was big, and I'm going to read it to you guys real quick. It said there was only 2 real winners in the sanctions against Iran. There was only 2 real winners, and I want to read them to you. On oil sanctions or on oilprices.com. It's the #1 source for oil and energy news. I'm giving them a free shout out. It says, the agency quoted a statement from Saudi Arabia's foreign ministers, Ibrahim B. whatever. Saudi Arabia believes the U.S. sanctions is a necessary step to pressure the Iranian government to stop jeopardizing peace and the oil support for terrorism. So you see, even Saudi's on board to get rid of Iran. They're a big holder of oil. If they can condense how much they can sell, it's a big profit for Saudi. It increases the oil supply that Saudi and Iraq. So when people talked about Iraq having a shortage of oil to pump this year, I was kind of surprised. And this is one of the reasons why. Now, the government of Iraq officially said that the country was ready to boost exports to 250,000 barrels per day to compensate for the loss of Iranian barrels. Now, remember, to play ball, you got to play ball, and that's to get rid of the Iranian influence. However, Saudi Arabia is saying the kingdom will not rush into reversing its production of cuts. First, the source said Riyadh will make sure that Iranian export shipments are indeed falling before it begins pumping more. So notice, Iraq, super eager to pump more. Saudi Arabia is saying we're going to wait a little bit to see what happens. And it clearly states that the only 2 winners in the sanctions against Iran are Saudi Arabia and Iraq, because it's going to be huge influxes to their export business of oil. Big news right there. Now, I made a note to myself that said, Iraq's moving ahead with strategies to calm Washington, negotiating a plan with Iran that would lead to the payment of the Iraqi dinar instead of the dollar, while guaranteeing the disbursement of money through Iraqi banks. Now, a lot of people made comments out there, well, how could Iraq open a bank in Saudi Arabia? How could Iraq open a bank in Iran? They're not international. Because they're not using their currency. Do you guys, this dawned on me earlier, it just made so much sense. Do you know why Iraq got all those certifications for having international banking standards as well as being Basel III? Because they knew their currency was going to be able to hold an asset over 500 million, and they needed to be able to go abroad to open up banks, because of what I'm going to tell you guys in a few minutes about why the purpose of the Iraqi dinar for large purchases. So the idea was they had to be able to open up a bank. Not that they're trading in dinar, but that they can trade in local currency. They had to be up to international standard. Boom. Does that not ring a bell to a lot of people out there right now? This is huge. Think about it. If your bank holds international standards, it doesn't matter right now if the currency is international. You have banks in Baghdad, you have banks in Basra, banks in Saudi Arabia, banks in now going to be soon to be Bahrain, soon to be Tehran, soon to be here, soon to be there. What do all those banks do once they start to be able to be international? They talk to each other. Are you not seeing the setup for what it really is. This is brilliance. That's why they can open up a bank in Saudi Arabia and their currency is not international, because the banks meet international standards, not the currency. But you got to have a bank in a location physicality-wise to be able to put money in there to transfer your money abroad. That means the dinar is going to be valuable in not just one place, but several places based upon banking logistics. That's what you should be watching for. Banking, think about it. If your bank's in Saudi Arabia, you can ship money there. If your bank's in London, you can ship it there. That's why they made their banks standard first, currency second. That's the second bump. Boom. The president of the Republic, Salih, during his meeting with the U.S. Secretary Tommy Duckworth. Now, Duckworth came in there and they were talking about there's going to be a peace treaty coming along. They need to get ready for it. And it's guess when Kessner, Trump's son-in-law, is his name Kessner? I don't want to do the man dirty, but he said he's going to announce his Middle East peace plan when?
Tell me when.
After
Ramadan.
No way! Why, Miss Bibi? Why would he announce it after Ramadan? Why? They're going to be in economic turmoil when a lock's fired. What's going to happen?
Yeah, what's going to happen?
I don't know, but I know that he's going to announce his peace treaty after Ramadan. I know that there's big talks about something happening after Ramadan. I know that the delegation for the Saudis is going to be the first week of Ramadan. So if April don't look good for a reinstatement, and I'm not a thumper. I'm not saying that May looks better, but things are surely looking odd for May. Why is everything happening in May? I don't know. The private banks, they had a big thing about capital planning and liquidity. Iraq's financial inclusion drives boost. Now, remember a few months ago, I read you an article, and this is why I tell you guys to write stuff down. I read you an article that said 80% of the Iraqi households did not have what? Bank accounts. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, today in Financial Times, there's an article that says, oh my gosh, around 7 p.m., Iraqis are now receiving welfare benefits or private sector salaries electronically. So you mean in that few months time period that the whole Iraqi government got the welfare projects underhand and got everybody ATM cards? Does that not sound like banking inclusion 101? But I told you that, right? I told you that that wasn't true, that this was not. Now, it says, but the international smart card, the international part is irrelevant because remember, when you cross borders, you're subject to the exchange rates and services of that country. That's not the important part. The important part is to say that the company is 70% owned by private investors in Baghdad. Wow. So the company has started an international banking system that's owned by a bunch of Iraqis. Guess what? It's 70% owned by Iraqis. What does that tell you? The dinar is going to hold a value. It has to. Why would these people put root in their own banking system? Because they have an idea of what's happening. Zani tells Mahandi a decision taken by Gulf leaders. The GCC was in Iraq on Tuesday, and they told Iraq a few things. I'll hit you with the high points. It's very important to note that the GCC was there because remember, those countries basically more so than the World Trade Center have to bless Iraq to let them in their little game, which is selling and trading of goods, right? They've already welcomed them with open arms, but right now we got to make sure that it all flows and goes well. Also, he had I'll tell you, Tessie, what's wrong with dropping the 4 zeros in Iran because the currency is worthless and they're under sanctions. They could drop 400 zeros off of it. As long as there's sanctions involved, that currency is absolutely worthless. And because they want a regime change and they have a worthless currency in place, first thing they're going to do is get rid of that whole regime change. The second thing they're going to do is get rid of that whole currency system. So don't worry about the real. The real is worthless. The real you hold is worthless. I'll tell you that now.
Alfonso says, so it will also make sense how they were able to pay off their debt to Kuwait, correct?
I'm going to get to that. No, it doesn't because they still owed Kuwait one more payment. That's this next article right here. And I can't get any of these articles open. Here goes. This one's happening way open. Okay. The United Nations Commissions oversee reparations It said that it has paid $240 million to the Kuwait Oil Corporation for damages caused by the invasion. It says, while with the final payment due, okay, Iraq has been allocating 1.5% of its total export sales to a compensation fund that has been compensating Kuwait. So they owe one more payment. Now, do you think they'll make that payment during Ramadan? That'll be next month. Of course they are. It's a month-to-month payment. Of course they are. Do you not see the fall of the stones? That's part of what? The SBA, which is part of what? The Memorandum of Understanding to reinstate your currency under the IMF doctrine. Do you not see where this is going? This is huge. It's not the news I wanted, but it's the news I got. You see what I'm saying? Okay, now everybody got kind of hyped over the whole thing about, remember they said, well, they're going to start buying their natural gas from Iraq. I mean, can you turn that fan on for me?
Yeah.
That fan, I'm sorry. I don't mean to do this real quick, y'all. I'm sorry, but I'm burning up. These lights are killing me tonight. Okay, so they did a thing that says they're trying to get a waiver that says they can buy natural gas from Tehran in dinar, right? Now, the problem with that is,
Can you feel it?
I can't feel it. Can you just turn it this way a little bit? Yeah, that's perfect. You can just leave it there because I know you don't want air on you. The idea is that President Trump has already said, nope, there won't be any hard currency to exchange hands. Now, Mahdi went ahead and flew over to Washington to go talk to them to say, hey, look, we need more time. He's going to beg. Washington's going to, I'm telling you right now, flat out say no. They're going to tell them no. And they're going to tell them no because Saudi Arabia has already basically told them that they will give them electricity for free. That's another breaking news I'm going to give you. That's my third caveat tonight. Saudi Arabia is basically going to give Iraq, to get away from Iran, free electricity. Probably for a year, if not two. I'm just giving it to you now. Because they want them so far away from them, and they know as an OPEC partner, and with Iran out of it, that they can dominate the OPEC trade on oil. Since the market will be slender because of the United States, they can make a bunch of money for a while. Do you not see the old boys club? This is huge, you guys. I don't know why you're not excited about this. If this don't make your toes curl, I don't know what else is. I can't paint these dots any prettier than what they are. Remember, the power shortages were over basically 30% of Iraq. So Saudi Arabia has to come in there and basically solve that problem. That's going to be big. Okay, I thought this was very interesting. There was a site called Numbeo, which means the standard of living in the world, for the month of April in 2019 that the citizens spend in Iraq. Now, this is on an average from the very rich to the very poor. What's the over-under, you think? Over 500 or under 500 for basic goods and services in Iraq?
I'm not sure.
Just guess. Third world country, oil and gas is scarce, electricity is scarce, water scarce. Over or under 500 for a month? What do you think?
Over.
Over, huh?
Yeah.
I would think, well, guess what?
It's under what?
It's under. The average citizen spends $107.01 per month. The average. What does that tell you? The living in Baghdad or Iraq is cheap as crap. So if they had basic services and just employed a few more people in the workplace because of taxes and stuff like that, what would happen to goods and services in Iraq?
It'll go up.
It would go cheaper. I mean, think about it.
No, not up in price, but up in volume.
Up in volume, more people could pay it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So imagine that. The surplus now, because of taxes, because now the citizens are paying taxes, are going to the CBI, going to the reserves. This is why taxes and tariffs are important. This is why we harp on stuff like this. So if goods and services become cheaper, they increase the value of their currency a little bit. Just a little bit of people that start working immediately are going to solve the crisis of liquidity immediately because of the smart cards. Oh my gosh, that's Picasso. I can't even tell y'all how I'm painting these pictures. That is Picasso, okay? Now, it's 7:20. Are there any questions before I get started on what I get started?
So I don't understand this one. So only Saudi Arabia and the other countries are a part of the weight?
No. Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Quran, there's a bunch of companies part of the GCC. Mm-hmm. I don't understand the rest of your question, but there's no weight for them. they're all contributing and putting stuff in.
How's Indonesia doing? That's another question.
Awesome. Indonesia's doing very well, as a matter of fact, economically as well as stability-wise.
PM Mahandi did say twice the monetary reforms will be complete by June.
Well, he won't really have a choice. Okay? Can I go ahead and drop one more spoiler alert?
Go for it.
Can I do it now?
Is you live?
Am I live? Miss B, ask me the question I want everybody to ask me. What's going to happen to Allah? What did I tell everybody last week?
Yeah, what you tell everybody?
Allah going to be fired by the first week of Ramadan. Allah will not be the central bank governor. The guy that they put in there, it'll either be him or, can I get a drum machine? Like some.
What happened to your sound effect?
Guess who? Wouldn't it be very freaking interesting if Abadi was central bank governor? Former Prime Minister Abadi replaces Allah. Think about it. Okay? He wants to shove his middle finger at Maliki and Amir. He knows that if, let's just say, because they've removed Allah, he's going into like safe captivity somewhere, right? Mahandi's already said he don't like Maliki. He's going to threaten him. What if Abadi goes in his place and goes ahead and opens up the reforms? I'm saying Abadi could quite possibly be the next central bank governor of Iraq, and within the next 30 days. He doesn't need to be PM to make the reforms happen. He needs to be central bank governor. He said he'd die for the reforms. Now we're going to see if he's going to lay his life down for him. That would be the ultimate way he could pledge his allegiance to Sadr and make him immortalized in not only just the Iraqi government. He already had something to do with finance before, but this would solidify him. Or here's the other scenario. Spoiler alert. What if Allah says, you know what, heave ho, boys. I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger right now myself. I'm going to do it before Ramadan because I don't like you guys. And I don't care what you think. I already put my name on the money. Do you not see how this is shaping up? Allah could do it beforehand just to tell everybody, big middle finger to you. Get him out of there. Sadr doesn't have to put the other guy in there. He could put Abadi in there. Abadi knows that if he put a real rate to the currency, it would crush Maliki. Okay? That would be massive. Sharon Sutter, are you not following what I'm saying? That was 721. 721.
Yeah, so I was going to get to Sharon's question. She said, Mr. Brando, what is the big news we've been waiting for weeks to know about?
You want me to tell y'all? Do you really want me to tell y'all? I told you it wasn't earth-shattering when I knew 2 weeks ago. It's not earth-shattering. The reason why these large institutions have been buying Iraqi dinar in such huge amounts is because they're a part of a complex financial system that will solidify peace as a trade partner. That's why. It's not for the revaluation. It's not to help with your money supply. It's not to help add any value to the Iraqi dinar at all, but to be a part of a complex financial system that will solidify the Middle East as a trade partner, with the dinar being basically a foothold or a concrete to it. That's the purpose. That's the news I've been holding for weeks.
And then Seamus says, Brando never said by the 23rd. He said he would know what direction it was going. And from what I just heard, he just told you all that just now. So lighten up, give the man a round of applause. Okay, so guys, watch this. We know the dinar is a complex derivative for a trade partnership. Boom. We know that, well, I didn't spoil this one. I'm not going to give you this last little care about another thing I know about. I'm going to give you that one in just a minute. We do know that a lot's going to be replaced. I'm going to tell you that now. If you guys want to hear that audio, hold on. Let me find it for you.
I wake up every day at 5 a.m. Then as I know, he is under the control of Muqtada Sadr, so we have to wait to see what he is going to do. Also, Allah is still in his position on the CBI. We are waiting to remove him.
Did you not hear that? We are waiting.
He's under the control of
Listen to this.
So we have to wait to see what he's going to do. Also, Allah still.
Oh, Guam, don't call me. I'm playing something important. Hold on.
Also,
listen to this.
Allah still in his position on the CBI. We are waiting to remove him.
Waiting to remove Alak. I know Alak's going to be removed by the first week after Ramadan. Do you not see everything taking place right here? Saudi comes in first week of Ramadan. Ramadan's going to be going on. Now, we know the reason why they made those large purchases for a financial standpoint for those Middle Eastern countries. We also know that Alak is being taken out systematically, left after right after left after right. Do you guys not see what I'm laying down right now? No, Kim Jong's meeting with you. Trump will not affect it. What the heck? Did I lose everybody? Is there a question?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm going through it. Michelle says the 27th.
Hold on, so just can I? Whoever just call me back. I can't call right now.
Sean says, do you think the trigger is going to be pulled?
Yes, this year. This year, for sure this
Sylvie
year.
says, Brandon, we need a date, please.
I can't give you a date because they keep messing up. You know what I'm saying? I can just keep telling you after they mess up what the next time frame for me looks like. You know what I'm saying? I thought for sure right now, April. There's only a few days left in April. So now that we know Alak's going to be replaced, they've already replaced his one position. What do you think if they tell you between now and the first week of Ramadan your position is? Because the next only thing that's going to happen is the SBA gets dropped in July. Do you not see what happens is maybe they're ramping up for a different time frame? The RI does not coincide with the news. I'm going to share it with you one more time. The news that I know about the Iraqi Dinar, the reason why these large institutions are buying it, for it to be a foothold, a stranglehold, a base layer to the whole trade system in the Middle East.
Are they buying anything else besides?
That's the last thing I can't tell you.
Oh.
That I have to wait 1 month to tell you because I do know of one more purchase off the books, but I can't tell you what it's for until they tell him what it's for, and they won't tell him what it's for until the next month. But it wasn't enough to be a part of that institutional buying. It was smaller, and they paid a premium. They paid a premium. They paid actually positive money towards the dollar. Never happened before that I've ever heard of from anybody.
Okay.
False. I don't know what false is. Marvin Gonzalez, we have to be patient. Marvin, we have to be patient, but these guys are telling you guys so many huge things that I've just told you guys right now. Think about it. I told you guys the COM was going to get rid of the Secretary of COM got replaced. I didn't know the absolute importance of that position. Alak held that position. It was the second biggest financial position you could hold in Iraq. It gets replaced by the guy that I told you would get replaced it a while ago. So now he takes over. That's a Sodders guy. Sodders already said he's going to replace as central bank governor. Alak's going to be replaced the first week after Ramadan. I'm telling you guys that right now. I know that because somebody just told me. He's going down. The next thing is Sodder has already said publicly and privately many times he wants the reforms no matter what now. So either Alak's got to crap and just say, man, I'm going to bite this bullet and go down in infamy. I put my name on this money. Everything's bad. I'm going to go down in infamy and go ahead and reinstate this money. And I'm going to go out and I'm going to be the hero. Or he's going to let the next person come in and claim all his glory and fame. And that is the truth. I get excited all the time about this investment because I like the investment. I like the actual look of it all. If you only get excited when you guys, well, I can't say it like that. I mean, everything's going to excite you differently, but I can tell you the truth. I know that the IQD as a large purchase from these institutions has nothing, zero to do with the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar. I'll go on record and say that now. But I will tell you this. I will tell you that a huge feather in our cap was there was another thing that happened of a large buy, not that large a buy, and they paid a premium over the dollar to get it. And they're expecting massive returns on their money. Now, I'll tell you that when you coincide that with Ramadan, Saudi Arabia is supposed to come in there. They've signed all those agreements to get everything going. They put the sanctions back on Iraq and said, look, if you guys don't not use Iran as a source for natural gas and whatever else, we're going to sanction you. Mahani's over begging for more time. He ain't going to get it. And we know a lot's going out as central bank governor. I don't know how many more bombs I got to drop before you start to believe that the dinar is going to actually hold a value here in a little while. No, those notes that Alak printed on his name will not be worthless. Those notes will be in circulation for the next 20, 30 years. Alak's going to either do it out of spite or do it out of infamy, out of just sheer, what do you call it? When you're vain. Yes, out of vainness, that's a word. He's either going to do it because he's vain or he's going to wimp up and not do it at all. But the next person will do it, and the next person will go down in infamy. And that's why I said a body. That's what I'm throwing in there. A body could be the next central bank governor.
Jason. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Hey, Jason, what's up, man? Jason? Jason? Jason, you there?
I think we lost Jason.
Oh, it's on mute. Jason, you there?
Hey, Mr. B.
Hey, what's up, Jason? Go ahead, man.
Man, I'm sorry about that. I interrupted you earlier. I'm so excited. Everything you're saying, I just wanted to reconfirm it is happening. Everything like what you're saying about Allah, he's on a time crunch. He's out of there, just like you said.
Mm-hmm.
That is coming up real fast, super duper fast.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm trying to keep still over here while you're talking because you're making me jump up and down because really everything that you're saying. And as far as like what everybody wanted to hear about Indonesia, like you said it, they're doing great. I did pull up an article, and I believe I'm going to send it to you. They're just like what I said with Vietnam. Everything over there, because of the fact that their rate is so low that they're able to do business, and that's why everything is booming in Indonesia as well as Vietnam.
Right. It's the cheap labor route.
Yeah, exactly. Like what we were talking about the last time, everything's so cheap because they're pulling everything cheap, but when they're putting everything together and exporting it, that's when they're charging the crap out of everybody.
Right.
So and that's why everything needs to come to a stop and say, whoa. We need to be on an equal playing field. Now, where did we hear that before? So that's why those things are moving up fast as well.
Right. And you don't think that Trump telling them that, no, we're not going to give you any more extensions? And did you see that China may tell the Americans to basically go, fly a kite? They're not going to adhere to the extent. Listen, it's either going to be war, which Pempe said in Iran, right, because of China, or they're going to everything's going to fall right in place. And by the end of June, I think major things are going to change. And Allah's going to have to either run or do something or do something. He has nowhere else to go.
The thing about what you're saying about Allah, and I heard the recording that you got from your guy, that is moving super fast. Like you said, it's going to happen before Ramadan.
Mm-hmm.
They're kicking him out that fast. And there's other articles out there, and there's news all over about it. His leash is really short right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's super short. He's gone.
Yeah, he's done. He knows he's done too after today. When they took that secretary of the COM position for him, he knew then the writing's on the wall. That was the easiest thing to take from him. They took it. He can reinstate the currency, or he can wait and get replaced and enjoy his Ramadan and like be like a bench player and just go sit on the sidelines or whatever,
And there was a reason, like you said, why he's got his name on the currency. Because he's not going to just leave quietly. Either way, like you said, if he doesn't, pull the rate, he's going to show them. That's why he's got his name on it.
Hold on, Jason. Andy Woolard, I just told you I would know the purpose for those large purchases in the Iraqi dinar. Those large purchases for a complex purchasing system as a trade mechanism for the Middle East. That's it. Now, why would that require some type of anonymity from the buyers? Because they didn't want speculators such as ourselves making a run on the currency and making it seem like it was going to be more valuable than what it was. That's why I told you it has nothing to do with it. Now, that's part of being in the speculation of it all. If you don't get that part, I get it. But get this. The time frames have changed because of situations that have changed and things that have changed within that situation. If you're not excited about those changes, I don't know what else to tell you. Because I could have just told you that it was a complex financial instrument and let you hang, and then you would have never known anything else about a lock or anything else. So what would you rather? The good news and the bad news? Just the bad news. I can give both. There'll never be a date, y'all. I cannot stress that to you. And Jason, let me hang out with you real quick, okay?
Already.
All right, bro. I'll hang out with you. Thank you for subsiding. Thank you for being there, okay, bro?
No problem.
Bye-bye.
Already.
And he's one of the most positive people. Jason is one of those positive people you can actually meet. And I talk daily, and he's positive. And I always tell him, don't get too excited. Don't do this. I am probably the second least person you get excited about this. But when I found that out about a lock being replaced, I was hugely excited again. I don't like a lock. I don't like a mirror. I don't like Maliki. And I want to see them. And all those things are coming to fruition. Yeah, we're closer now than I feel like I was a month ago, knowing what I know about a lock. A lock going away has a huge thing to do with it.
No word on the
right, Prince. Now the 23rd is passed. I'm telling you exactly where you're headed. Exactly. It's all based upon a lock's replacement or his reinstatement between now and the end of Ramadan. If he doesn't do it, it's between now and the end of the year, and that comes from another source. But it's all happening, I believe, this year. I believe, based upon the information I know. Hey, Sandra. I'm super excited because I know a lock's out of it. A lock to me has been just someone who's not done anything out of spite. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just won't move. And his coldness about stability is bull. And Sauter wants reforms now. So him saying he's going to replace him with somebody else, I believe it. As soon as my contact from Iraq tells me who he says is going to be replacing a lock, I'll believe it. He took Ghazadi. Now he's telling me the right thing about this person. I will believe Matak when he tells me. Because he come true. Months later, he's still the truth. People can tell me whatever. He's still batting 1,000. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Matak is still 1,000. He's up 1,000. If he be a baseball player, he'd be in the Hall of Fame. Now, they can sit here and tell me whatever they want to tell me about. They're upset about the time frame and the whole reason for the dinar. That's not my fault.
Right.
But I can tell you the information is correct. That's all I can tell you.
I like your shirt. I love that shirt on you. Marvin said, hey, Mr. Brando, once the IQD RVs, what do you think the currency exchange will start at? More than $1 or less than $1?
More. That's my over.
Over.
$1.20 or more. That's my number. $1.20 or more as it wants to. I have my number. We'll talk about those on some rants, but we won't talk about them live on the show.
Hey, babe.
And y'all listen, again, if you disrespect Babe in email, you disrespect any of my admins in email or in chat, I'm sorry. I don't care how you plead your case. All I have to do is say one time and you're out of here. If I see you in the chat naysaying it after the fact, it's not going to happen, I'm getting rid of you because you know why? You're not saying why it's not going to happen. You're just saying it's not going to happen. I don't believe you because you don't have a strong enough case to tell me why it's not going to happen. Besides, it has to happen. So I'm getting rid of your butt too. So I'm sorry about that, but I'm not taking any haters in here either. No roller coaster, Ron. It's really simple. We know what the Iraqi dinar is for a large institution standpoint. We know that if you bought less, you paid a premium, you're expecting a return. We know a lot's getting replaced. We know we got 2 good candidates that can replace him. We know when. You heard it from an Iraqi citizen himself that reports from the GOI daily. I just played his voice, not my voice, his voice. He's been 100% accurate. What else can I give you that I can't already give you now?
They said tease him with a rate.
No.
Right.
I'll give you guys a rate on my Thursday rant.
Nothing on the ISX, right?
Nothing.
Okay.
0.
So that answers that question. Hey, babe.
Hey, Mr. Well. Hey, Mr. Frazier. Call in now, because if you guys call after the fact, I'm not going to answer the phone. Miss BB's made it real specific that I cannot answer the phone after the show. I'm not answering anymore. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give you one more spoiler alert. If you guys can all go to your little search engines right now. Are you doing it, Miss BB?
No, I'm just hitting the like button.
Okay, if you can go to your search engine right now.
Like button.
Hit the like and hit the subscribe. Smash it. If you like talking about the Iraqi dinar, if you like talking about investments, if you like talking about how to make some money, I have finally, with Miss BB and a guy named Mr. James, we have developed a website called Mr./Brando.com.
It's not Mr. Slash.
Yeah, it's slash.
Why?
Because Mr. Brando was taken.
Oh, you already have that domain though. I bought it. You own it.
To accept, press 1.
That's why it's
To send a
taken.
voicemail,
You
press
have to
2.
port it over.
Well, you gotta tell James that
To
now.
accept, press 1. To send a voice.
We went ahead and made a purchase without.
I purchased the site after the last live.
Well, we have a website. That's the main thing. Hello?
Hi there, you're live.
How you doing? Is you live?
Is you live?
Is you live?
Oh man, it's just so good to see y'all online. But, real quick. Well, I know Parliament comes back on the 27th, and I remember I was telling you also that the green zone will be open at the beginning of the month. So man, we there, man, and I just can't wait because I'm telling you, I'm running out this darn building. I tell you that much.
Run.
Run, Forrest, run.
I'm running.
I gotta catch this other call, man, okay?
Yeah, but all right, that's all I want to.
Run, and I love you for calling.
All right, see you later, man.
Bye, man.
Bye.
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 Who's calling back? But yeah, you own the .com already.
You gotta tell James because I didn't know.
We just gotta.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, you're live.
Hey, guys, how you doing this evening?
Well, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Hey, I got one quick question.
Shoot.
What about Article 8? What's going on with Article 8?
As soon as they start to reinstate the currency, the government will officially accept Article 8 and it will move forward. It'll be a formal announcement, though.
Okay.
They haven't made that formal announcement. They will.
Okay. I was just curious about that. That's all I have, you guys. I'm going to sit back here and just watch.
Okay, and don't forget to go subscribe to MrBrando.com.
Yeah, it's nice. We gotta port it.
And we're gonna port over not the slash part, but MrBrando.com is coming.
Okay.
So if you want to keep
Great.
up with the up-to-date IQD news, you can go download it on your phone, whatever. We don't get nothing for that.
You don't know.
But you can, you can put it as a home screen.
Yeah.
And guess what you can do? You can go on the chat. There's going to be a chat. So you want to chat with me live, don't call me. You can chat. Okay?
Okay.
And I love you. And you can call me anyway, but Miss Vivi, we love you. So anyway.
Have a good one.
Have a great night, okay?
All right, you guys too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, so once he finishes building it, I'll show you how to port it.
Well, before you build it, you got to show him because you have to pour it in so it can be so you can look at it that way. Watch
Just
it.
totally build it, right?
Mhm.
Save it, and I'll take it over from there. We GoDaddy. But yeah, you own it already. That's why
I own it all.
That's why it's not available.
Tonight we're gonna K for it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that offline.
Done. We'll trade ours tonight. How about a rate? How about high as hell? That's my rate.
You hot? It's freezing. You hot?
It's hot. It's hot in here for real. You guys, I can't keep telling you guys. You don't understand the importance of knowing that the dinar is going to have a positive impact in the financial reasoning in the whole region. That is to me like of huge importance. I'm glad that they're not using it for expensive toilet paper. I'm glad they're not using it as a derivative for something stupid. For them to make it a balance sheet for the whole trade region for the Middle East is a massive thing. And you guys should be super excited because now you know for sure that the currency you hold is going to be a part of something that's not going to be decommissioned for several years. And that was the whole point in telling you the thing about the financial institution. Not that it wasn't a big deal against the RI, is that you know it's a part of the whole financial framework for the Middle East for several years to come. That was the major thing.
Yeah, Mr. Brando's website is going to be just www.mrbrando.com. It's not ready yet. Give us.
But if you go to Mr. Brando -Mr.
You don't want to redirect people. Just just remember mrbrando.com. That's real easy. It'll be there real soon.
Yeah, Sharon, we've been spot on because we've had good info. And the info I played from you guys from the top, that's from an Iraqi citizen, not from me. Hello. Hello. I'm not answering that hello. Sylvia says she doesn't have a job. I know that. I'm sorry for you.
No, I guess she's looking for a job. She's just putting it out there.
Yeah, and that's going to be the other thing that's going to be cool about Mr. Brando's website. I want everybody to put up job descriptions and stuff like that to help people that are in your area. Postings, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, I work in this region of the world. If you want looking to move here or something, there's a job. That's things I want to help with. If there's things to raise money to help people that don't have money, that's what this place is for. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's going to be for currencies like cryptocurrency dummies and more advanced. And yes, those will have fees associated with it. You know, I'm going to tell you now, it will, because it takes time to teach people like me how to use the Coinbase, right? It's going to be, but you want more advanced stuff, but it's going to be on a fee system, but you'll have an opportunity to be a part of it. And that's what the website's all about. For people that don't follow along with these videos that well, the website will help them follow along on more of a one-on-one basis.
KDP wants to know, what's our first mukbang after the RV?
Yeah, first mukbang gonna be
some fine dining somewhere. I'll think of some high-end restaurant.
You eat high-end everywhere you go.
Don't be frowning up.
I'm trying to think. Ask her that question after Saturday. Ask her that question after Saturday.
Why after Saturday?
Just because. Ask her that question after Saturday. Her first mukbang, okay?
Okay.
Now, we don't have to go all night tonight, right? I told them all the blast, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, y'all. So I want to go one more minute of questions. And I have a major question to ask Ms. BB after it hits 7:50.
What? XRP is gonna go to the moon.
Okay, and you're gonna do that on your channel called what? And on the new channel, it's gonna be helping people stupid like me and cryptocurrencies learn it.
Yeah.
On what?
April BB. What?
On aprilbb.com?
Yeah, YouTube.
And on Mr. Brando's website,
we'll
right?
Get it together. It'll be out
right?
there.
But you'll see the step by step, okay, y'all? Now, I think that Mrs. BB.
And then the Dinar also we're working on. I'm trying to get that going because it's to buy. I've tried to buy it and it's sending me the KuCoins now to buy it. So
okay,
I'm still working on that because I'm locked out of my KuCoins account. I don't.
But maybe you can help us do that on the new channel.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I plan on making a video on how to buy Dinar
and how to buy just like how to start Coinbase.
Well, basically, we're gonna take it from beginning to more experience. So
experience in advance.
We'll start with what cryptocurrency is, the blockchain, all that. some things that you have to know to do your research on the coin.
Uh-huh.
Like when you look at a coin, you want to look at the white paper, the proof of stake,
Mhm.
all of that, the concept, all of that. And then we'll go to how to set up a Coinbase account, which is like your initial account. And then we'll go to how to purchase the e-dinar.
Freddie, I'm vaping something called Mouth Orgasm. I love it. It's one of my favorite home brews from my sister-in-law. She's great.
Kevin is making sick faces about the e-dinar.
Tell Kevin to stop. Can I say something real quick?
Go for it.
Okay. A lot of y'all said thank you last week for Miss BB for her birthday, right? Okay. Her birthday is this week coming up. Okay. It wasn't last week. Weekend. Okay. So I thought something fun for my channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would be I know Zimbabwe did not take off as big as we hoped, right? So can I give you my gift for currency for your birthday gift?
What is it?
Can I give it to you?
Sure.
Okay, y'all. I have to leave frame, so can I get 1 second here?
Okay.
Tell them a story, Miss BB.
What do you mean? What story? I don't get it.
It's a gift. It's a birthday gift.
Okay, how do I? If it's a gift, how do
Just
I
tell
tell
them
him
a story. Just tell any story you want.
I have no idea what he's talking about. But okay, while he's out of frame, I don't mind talking about cryptos. So I feel like XML, XRP, which is Stellar. These are tickers. Ripple, Stellar Loom. I think they're going to take off this year. I definitely think they're going to take off.
Okay, well, so until those take off, for her first gift of the week, I know that she likes precious metals, and it's her birthday, so
Precious metals you got.
precious metals.
I want precious metals, okay?
There's more.
Is there a crypto coin in
Oh,
here?
there's a bunch of crypto coins in there.
Oh, I got gold bars.
You know, that's for Pimpe. Hold on, that's for Pimpe. You gotta show these for Pimpe. Pimpe, you told Miss BB to get gold bars, so guess what?
Oh, I got millions.
Oh, I gave her like 300 million.
I got 3 M's, not in the bank. Oh, you are funny. Too cute. Too cute. I got more gold bars. I'm racking them in.
Hold on, your crypto's at the bottom.
Oh, okay, it is. Wait,
Keep going.
where's my Bitcoin?
It's in there.
Wait, where is
There's your Bitcoin right there.
That's my Bitcoin. That's got JFK on it.
That's Bitcoin. That's what I had.
Oh, wait. Oh, there's a quarter.
You guys don't take it so seriously that you lose sleep every night.
I'm gonna go buy a Tesla, you guys.
Yeah, right.
It says Fort Knox on it. Fort Knox. You're too funny. I'm gonna go get a Tesla.
So
Model
I
X.
wanted to get her something for her birthday.
I'm gonna go buy a hot pot, and I'm gonna move bang.
Yep.
I
And-
own a mansion and a yacht.
Okay. And that's tonight's show. You guys, thank you for holding the secret all day. You guys know what you did.
What's secret?
We knew we were giving you gold bars and 300 million.
3 M's.
Okay.
Wait for it. I'm ready to go cash it in right now.
Okay.
$1 million bar. You're so funny.
All right. It's currency fun. You guys have a great night. Thank you guys for tuning in. And we'll see you guys on Friday with more birthday gifts. Right? We have one more birthday gift to give.
Keep them coming. I'm here for it.
And we'll post up the P.O. box if you want to say anything to Miss BB for her birthday.
It's already posted. It's on all your videos.
Oh, okay.
If you go in the description,
Yeah.
your P.O. box is there.
Are there stuff in our P.O. box right now?
Yeah.
From
I have to
people.
go pick it up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you guys have a great night. And you know what? If all your coins taste like this,
Mm.
sleep good.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.